safe, eventful Memorial Weekend. They had a lot of things going on here in Elizabethtown, as much as any other town, county area for Memorial Weekend. Carrying on dedications of everybody in the flag and those who gave everything for our planet. Hope everybody spent some time remembering those who gave it all, especially 7th Cavalry, Vietnam War Memorial in Washington. All the presidents all over the world, those in Germany, Normandy, not just seeing movies like Fury, Brad Pitt, and the rest of his crew that portrayed those characters and based on true stories, as well as Tom Hanks, Saving Private Ryan, and all his crew that was in Saving Private Ryan, Hamburger Hill, Platoon, all those people. Uh, you remember those people who gave everything in the line of duty for the interest of peace. I mean, peace is not something that comes free. It costs people loved ones. It costs people heartache. It costs people tears. Even in front of a wall, remembering someone you love, cherished. They used to be around riding bicycles with you, and now they ain't around no more. It's up in heaven, and you're in your heart and your mind where you need them most. I carry people around with me all day long. Even queens and kings. Someone out there knows that meaning of this right here, when you raise it up above and you can't raise it any higher and you bring it down on top of a platform. That royal family show can have all the fun. Neither can Pride and Prejudice, favorites of mine, The Notebook, Nicholas Sparks. And yeah, it's all about heart. Those you know, those you cherish, those you consider family, those who stop in, say hi, those who aren't just royal, those who get around sports networks, football players, NASCAR drivers, um, scientists, greatest Olympians on earth. And carrying on, reading the gold standard of Fort Knox right here. Hope everybody is taking it easy and having an amazing Wednesday morning. And here I am. By the way, when y'all need something to do or a place to eat, think of Denny's. Denny's right here. Military discount. Gotti's. And that's their address right now. They even have military discount. And China Buffet. I saw China Buffet last Monday, to be exact. I showed up that afternoon testing their customer service out. Squared away, dedicated, hard-working staff. As you can see, that's their address right there. They could use y'all's hospital caring, understanding, custom dinner eating buffet, special step help right there. So y'all drop by, pay them a visit and chow down like everybody else. Not rocket science on how to get there. It's not far from the main Elizabethtown Theater. Right there in Radcliffe. And there's Popeyes, KFC here in Elizabethtown. Let's see here. A couple other places. But yeah. People I care about keep employed, not just the coffee shop downtown here in Elizabethtown and the theater, historic theater. Let's see here. Flowers laid at the foot of Vietnam traveling walls that were a memory of Herbert Moore. I'm proud to wear your POW bracelet. The Vietnam traveling wall exhibit was showcased in Radcliffe Friday through Sunday in conjunction with Hooray for Heroes and Memorial Day. joining communities across the nation in commemorating the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War. This commemoration is a 15-year period lasting until November 11, 2025, is prescribed by the 2008 National Defense Authorization Act, authorized the Secretary of Defense. Hooray for Heroes celebrates 10th anniversary by Michelle Digsman Watson, PAO Community Relations Specialist. Welcome home was a phrase that was heard all weekend. Area community members honored Vietnam Veterans Saturday at the annual Hooray for Heroes events in Radcliffe, which in conjunction with the Armed Forces Day this year in March, H4H. We had an amazing opportunity to tell our veterans how much we appreciate their service and sacrifice, said Randy Action, event and chairman and co-founder. Was so exciting to see so many of them to turn out the parking lot between Radcliffe Stoughton Baptist Church and Walmart was transformed into a festival for men and women who have served in uniform, whether military, police, firefighters, or emergency medical technicians. God bless y'all. U.S. Army Cadet Command Fort Knox Command Sergeant Major Gabriel Arnold, brother from a David mom, was given this opportunity to dress, honor veterans. We are the best, he explained. We are the best because of the great Americans that continue to step up and sacrifice this country. We are the best because of these great Americans that continue to support us. Retired Major General Robert Silverthorne also addressed the crowd by shouting, "Welcome home, vets." Each Vietnam veteran was given an Army hat and commemorative cone. Fort Knox High School student JROTC Cadet Ryan Panula was also named the H4H 2015 Paul Gray Award winner at the event for academic accomplishments service in the greater Fort Knox community. The rain didn't dampen the activities at the festival, which include food, informational booths, bounce house, horses, and other activities for children who armored vehicles were also in display for the public. Musical entertainment was provided by the North Hardin High School Band and Satisfaction International Rolling Stone Show. God bless you all. Oh, picture right there. Everybody. That's a great wall. Vietnam War Memorials. Kelly Assumed Command Cadet Command's 1st Brigade. Colonel Daniel Kelly Jr. Assumed Command of the U.S. Army Cadet Command's 1st Brigade Tuesday at 10 a.m. ceremony on Brooksfield. God bless. Kelly assumed command from Colonel David Wood, who will become the Chief of Personnel Division, U.S. Central Command at MacDill Air Force Base, Florida. In addition, Command Sergeant Major Kenny Claiborne assumed responsibility from his predecessor, Command Sergeant Mark Christopher Martinez. Martinez was going second Sergeant Major in the history of the Army War College, Crystal Barracks, Pennsylvania, Major General Peggy C. First Major General C. Peggy, being her right hand, Huncho was her left arm, right here. Prior to naming the winners in the 6 Combs noted that the 2 years in which Wood has led 1st Brigade has been possibly the most important time in its history as the brigade took on the challenge of preparing for conducting its first combined summer training at Fort Knox in 2014. Some 14,000 cadets in its church rotated through Fort Knox last summer to attend and conduct the Leader Training Course, since renamed Cadet Initial Entry. Training the Leader Development and Assessment Course, since renamed Cadet Leader Course. Wood was quick to point out that he had a lot of help in making that 8-month turnaround successes as staff. 8th Brigade staff many individuals on the Fort Knox Garrison Cadet Command headquarters staff, and most notably his command sergeant Major Martinez noted with pride the fact that on any given day, the 11 programs in 1st Brigade, National 16-year military colleges, and 5 military junior colleges were preparing some 5,800 cadets to be future Army leaders during his tenure. The programs in 1st Brigade commissioned more than 1,300 officers. Kelly was commissioned as an infantry officer of the Army Reserve Officer Training Corps program at Villanova University in 1992. Pointed out that 20 years ago, today is the last time I wore the badge and vote to continue the outstanding record established by his predecessor. His previous assignment includes Senator Maneuver above Observer Coach Trainer at the Joint Mechanicals Readiness Center in Havenshiel, Germany. His career includes increasingly responsible command staff points out to Fort Miles, Virgin, Fort Dix, New Jersey, and Fort Benning, Georgia. Also has multiple diplomas to Korea and Germany and deployed into Macedonia. In addition to his bachelor's degree in history from Villanova, Kelly has also earned a master's in strategic studies from Deakin University in Australia. His awards and decorations include the Bronze Star Medal, Defense Meritorious Service Medal, Army Meritorious Service Medal, Joint Service Commendation Medal, Army Commendation Medal, Joint Service Achievement Medal, Army Achievement Medal, Combat Information Badge, Expert Infantryman Badge, Senior Parachute Badge, Pathfinder Badge, Air Assault Badge, and Ranger Tab. Cadet Command's 1st Brigade consists of the nation's 6 senior military colleges and 5 military junior colleges in the past several years. There are 11 Army ROTC detachments that commissioned a social of approximately 650 new lieutenants a year. The U.S. Army Cadet Command oversees the Army Lieutenant and Junior ROTC programs and commissions more than 60% Army new officers each year. Through host ROTC programs at the 1225 Holt University and more than 1,000 affiliated programs at the other colleges across the nation. It's also oversees one of the nation's top citizenships and leads this program through more than 1,700 Army Junior ROTC programs nationwide. Stand your ground, make a positive difference. Fort Knox Garrison Commander Colonel T.J. Edwards, another squared away friend I call upon when I ever needed. Sexual Assault Response Coordinator Jennifer Streeter present a certificate in Apple TV to FKHS Senior General Gerald Gonzalez earning the first place in Sexual Assault Awareness Month essay writing competition. Carrying on, God bless y'all. Makes consider Jen Combs, Peggy, and T.J. Edwards know they're not just a bunch of old farts at the end of the day that Carrier cares about them. He'll even prank call them once in a while at 3 in the morning. Just to remind them that they're not just a bunch of old farts, that you don't just read Beetle and Bailey comics, that guy that comes out of nowhere and blends in with the force all over the world, makes Robin Hood look child's play. King Arthur, Aztec, Mayans, Aborigines, and Australian too. I tend to point out a few points here while holding Starbucks. Just delight myself. Most people are carrying on their days. Keeping morale going. God bless them, because it's not an easy job holding that rank. They didn't get that rank from a Cracker Jack box, and sure as heck didn't get it overnight. God bless them. And even General Combs has been to MacDill Air Force Base, a favorite base of mine. I keep a lot of friends and serious downs and darlings and prayers down there. Y'all better drop by sometime. There's a whole runway that could help with the budget cut program, refuelers. What better way to keep an airport going other than budget cut empty? God forbid someone comes by inspection time unannounced and sees a whole big airport with nobody inside. Gee whiz, they must be up there in them clouds keeping us all safe. God bless them, Scully. No wonder he takes the time to light the whole house up just to help y'all find the airport. I know what it's like watching stuff miles and miles and miles. Hoping to God that next mile is the airport. God forbid your guidance system also decides to say sayonara because it rained the other night. And you're flying home with just a compass in your lap. Hopefully you didn't forget that trusty compass, because if that brand new pilot gets into a nice big commercial airline, all of a sudden a senior gets wise because they forgot their lunch at home. Hopefully it's not a doggy biscuit trade. I can understand why some of you get those things in the freezer. Frozen section, doggy biscuit. Trying to diet and everything else God gave you. Carried away, squared away. Having come from Shoney's the other day. I spent some time with sister over there. And helped morale keep going. Taking a moment to observe Memorial Day, not just keeping newspapers employed here other than the Enterprise. God bless all of them squared away who work just as hard as anybody else. Y'all purchase their newspaper, keeps them going here in Enterprise in Elizabethtown. Take a moment to observe Memorial Day to be safe by Lieutenant General David Halverson and Command Sergeant Major Jeff Hartless. Memorial Day, originally called Decoration Day, is a day of remembrance for those who have died in service to America. Memorial Day was born from the war between states from a desire to honor our dead. On the first Decoration Day, General James Garfield made a speech at Arlington National Cemetery. Participants decorated the graves of the Union and Confederate soldiers buried there. By the way, General Combs and T.J. Edwards always have a open door policy. So, don't hesitate to come by and drop in and say hi once in a while. It helps them feel better knowing that somebody actually knows what they were talking about, not just reading it from a newspaper. See everybody else out here at Fort Nelson. The first Decoration Day, James Garfield made a speech at Arlington National Cemetery. Again, now on Memorial Day, we remember those who died in service to America during this time. Many of you will use this time to be with friends and family. Since travel is on the agenda for many of us, take a few precautionary steps the next time you go on a holiday 4-day weekend. To reduce the chances of burglary while you're gone, secure windows include those upstairs. Remove objects like ladders or trash cans that make it easier to enter a window or scale a fence that are outside. Do not leave social media posts making it obvious you will be out of town. Review answering machines messages to make sure it does not imply you're away. Consider using timers to operate lights. With many people traveling over the holiday weekend, it's more important that every driver drives safely, be well rested and alert, use seatbelts, observe speed limits, follow the rules of the road, avoid distractions such as cell phones, and definitely do not text. Leave ample rooms when following the vehicles, use caution work zones, make frequent rest stops when traveling. Long distances Memorial Day weekend is also the onset of grilling season and often results in injuries. Fire due to carelessness cooking practices. Remember those safety tips. Always supervise the grill when in use and make sure everyone, including pets, stay away from the grill. Keep the grill out in the open, away from the house, deck, tree, branches, or anything else that could catch fire. Of course, most grills these days are sesame proof, sesame street proof, even easy proof to understand, self-contained. Something wrong with that picture. You don't know what you're doing with a grill. Use the long handled tools, especially made for cooking. Being a chef master barbecue griller right here, I can cook up enough barbecue, barbecue, and for all dining division in my back patio. Whether you travel on ship, Food Network can't have it all. Carrying on. Whether you travel or stay home, please reserve some of your time to recall the reason the day was established, the national moment, that not to mention of a squared away brother, also Devil's Kitchen, him too. National Moment of Remembrance carrying on resolution was passed in December 2000 asked all Americans to pause at 3 p.m. Local time to volunteering and observe in their own way a moment of remembrance and respect, pausing from whatever they are doing for a moment of silence. Whether you are simply pause or attending a parade, visiting a memorial, toast the fallen to comfort the survivor to give through to those who their sacrifice pass the torch of freedom. To those of us who stand in defense of our nation today, once a soldier, always a soldier for life. Remember also to be safe out there, even in oncoming traffic too. Watch your lane. And truckers have a right of way. Carrying a rig twice as big as you. See. Colonel N.S. Parker, 83rd USARRTC Command passes the Readiness Training Academy in its course to Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Hartman, who takes over as First Command Select Commandment May 18th. God bless y'all. Yeah. Giving it to all to God takes a prayer. By the way, let's y'all take a knee while I do social prayer right here, real quick. Or anything else. Oh Lord, may you watch over those that guide me, those that depend upon me. May you give me strength, courage, dedication, integrity, honor, duty, country, everything God so and ever taught me to defend a country, much less a planet. May you watch over me, O Lord, and give me strength to do the right thing, always. To care for my friends, those around me. May you know that any stepping stone is never too hard to challenge. May these people know they're never alone in the world, O Lord. They may think they're alone, especially in them barracks, but they're not. KBA Cares is never too far away. In God we trust. It means exactly that. It means that on Abraham Lincoln's penny. It means that on every U.S. dollar bill. Who do we turn to when we feel at a loss, O Lord? You, O Lord. May you help us rise stronger than ever before. Remember, crying only makes us stronger, Lord, when it comes down to that and have a rough day or a bad day. You, the human being, the human heart, are not so alone as you thought. May you help those deployed, reaching through a computer screen, trying to picture hugging their kid or loved one or an infant they haven't seen in over 9 months and counting. May they help them get home safely to those that love them, not just through a computer screen. Oh Lord, writing vainly, hard day and night, trying to keep a relationship going, even VHS. May you watch over them, oh Lord, watch over those that you love and cherish. Oh Lord, why we help another country have a taste of freedom, a taste of peace that America has in every single way. Born, bred right here in America, oh Lord. May you watch over my son, my family, those that love me, those that miss me, those that care about me a great deal. Especially those who wait painstaking hours to get some sort of answering on my security system that's got more security system than the president on my cell phone. May God watch over presidents. May God watch over all them who watch over everything that's mine and my sons. May God hear my big old bachelor house. May God watch over those that I cherish day and night, especially those who depend upon someone as strong as me, O Lord, to have all the answers. Granted, I don't know everything, but together we'll get through it, one way or another, that I do promise. May you watch over those that are in need of us, O Lord. Granted, it's not wearing that easy wearing that uniform, but know this: you may be a platoon sergeant, you may be a colonel, you may be a general, You ain't alone in that path of life, and certainly not the last to wear that uniform. Remember that uniform means integrity. Integrity is everything, especially to an E1 and up. You must lead by example. For each rank promotion comes more soldiers below you that depend upon you day and night. Be considerate. Learn to be considerate. Learn to be compassionate. Learn to be understanding. NCO must be stern at all times. There's play and then there's work. You gotta know when to draw the line and where. And by the way, keeping prevention, help preventing suicide, keep morale going, even inviting people over for a barbecue once in a while, throwing a whole barbecue for a whole division helps too, whether they show up or not. God bless all those in charge, Colonel T.J. Edwards, General Combs, Peggy being the right hand or the left when I get around, running around my hick, trying to help keep people from killing themselves, feeling better about themselves. Even while reading the newspaper, just asking a person how their day went, or hi, how are you? Hope you had a good day. God bless you. Something along those words. How many people take the time to do that? Oh Lord. Every bit helps a soldier in need, whether they be new in town, just arrived at 3 in the morning in the rain. Think about that picture. God knows. In Jesus' name, our Lord, may you watch over our health, those in need of it, those in need of caring for one another. Remember, kindness goes a long ways versus rudeness. Regardless of what race, what uniform they're wearing, they may be from a different country, a different race. That doesn't make them different from you. That makes them equal under God. In God's eyes, we're all equal, at least in mine. God bless y'all. Y'all can get up now. Amen. God bless all those listening on the other side of this world. Different languages know how to translate, even sign language. It's all over the world. Reading on, giving it to all God, to God takes prayers by Chaplain Abraham Young Gi Kim, Chief DMPC in Ireland Army Community Hospital. Brush square away, brother. He gets around. When I walk through, and same brother, make sure I don't go empty-handed. When I walk through the parking lot in designated smoking areas, I see people who smoke tobacco. While I pass by them, I often check their facial expressions with a quick glance because I may get a helpful hint from their faces. For for my unit climate assessment, weirdly, I find that most people who draw deeply on their tobacco do not have a sweet joy on their faces. While some smoke the tobacco with no facial expression, some others blow out tobacco gray, gloomy, colorful smoke through their mouths just like a long sight. It makes me wonder what is wrong with them. Does that tobacco make them numb so they do not have any facial expression? Is smoking tobacco so stressful to them that they did start to smoke just like a long sight? Since the taste of smoke is not sweet, does the taste of smoke not make them happy? I cannot know what is going on, questioning yourselves. I cannot know what is going on in their inner world, so I pass by them making a pastoral prayer in silence that they will be okay. Sounds familiar? God knows I keep them going too. Boy. When I was a college student, I was smoking those days. Smoking was a joyful habit to me as a way of relaxing. I breathed in the smoke deep down to the bottom of my lungs. Being a non-smoker, I always encourage people to stop smoking. You'll live longer. That habit there ain't gonna help you get through whatever is bothering you. Those people who make those nicotine habits don't care about you, don't care about me, and don't care about the person next to you who didn't smoke to start with, didn't even vote, that you're breathing ashtray into. They did not want that. Okay, think about that. While you put that cigarette that you just lit up out because your parents didn't give you life only to bury you with it. Not a pretty sight watching a parent bury a young'un because they thought smoking was the answer here. It's not. Live longer, put it out. You could have used that money on gas or your child's education or future vacation. National Lampoon Summer Vacation, Canada, all the movies. Good. When I was a college student, I was smoking those days, smoking, kept reading on a joyful habit to me as a way of relaxing. Again, I breathed in the smoke deep down to the bottom of my lungs because I thought it was a great idea to comfort my heart. Also, I thought smoking was a great activity to create romance. When I exhaled the smoke out from my mouth, I often just started in front of a heart-shaped cloud, especially in front of the young college girls. Then they exclaimed over such an admirable performance. Wow. Even though the taste of smoke is and smell and sweet to me, it was delightful to impress others. One day I had a strange experience which I did not expect to have. I read a journal and a medical magazine warning me that smoking was bad for me. The author wrote that the nicotine in the tobacco smoke could not only cause cancer in our body, but also destroy our brain cells. Really, it gave a shock to my heart. Since I was a young man, I never really questioned my health. I firmly believed that cancers would not be in me. But the matter of the brain cells was a big deal to me because of my goal during college. Even though I knew I was not a genuine, I set a goal that would accomplish my college education. With a maximum achievement, losing a brain cells by the smoking would be problematic because it would not help me achieve my college goal. And also, I did not have any extra brain cells to waste on smoking. He writes, to a young college student looking to the future, it didn't take long to make a decision. I immediately decided to give up my smoking habit by making an oath before God. But the world is not always nice and easy to a naive young college man. After deciding to quit smoking immediately, I realized that my mind had already fallen into a deep love of smoking. So even though I swore to God that I would stop smoking, my mind had still desired to smoke badly and it drove me crazy. Because of that swear, I neither purchased tobacco nor carried any with me. When I got in the classroom, the craving made my mind turn away from the professor's lecture and wrestle with the smoke desire with me during the breaks because between classes I could not suppress my craving anymore and I also began to beg my friends for a smoke. They shared their tobacco with me a couple of times and my repeated asking me how they refused me. How cold-blooded they were. I thought they were my best friends. Could they not share their tobaccos with me endlessly? Anyhow, tobacco's not good for their good health, and I would not mind consuming their tobacco in order to reduce their health risk. Why did they stop sharing their tobacco with me? Upon each disappointment, I stood beside them and enjoyed the second-hand smoke available. What a delightful aroma that smoke was one day. I saw myself standing beside my friend in order to get the second-hand benefit. Was not breathing the tobacco smoke was a pitiful thing I was doing. So made another oath to God that I would not breathe in the second-hand smoke. From that day I entered into the worst battle in which my two minds waged in me. One was to urge me to keep the oath I made before God. The other was a sincere desire to smoke. I really wished that oath I made before God removed my heart's desire to smoke. But it didn't, no matter how much I shook my head, drank a cup of cold water, and chewed gum, it didn't help me, so I screamed out there. I would cancel my oath, however, it did not give me peace in my heart. I was in big trouble. In the middle of that trouble, a small voice advised me to go and ask for help. I wish that voice clearly informed me where I should go, whom I should meet, and how and what I should do because that voice just told me go and ask for help. So I found a local church and joined their morning prayer meeting. The church held the meeting at 5 a.m. every morning. So I got up at 4 a.m. and went to the church on the first day. I was surprised with the length of people prayer since I only had one problem to give up my delightful smoking habit. It did not require me to spend more time than a couple seconds. So I quickly finished my prayer. However, the people in the prayer meeting kept praying ceaselessly, where they packed with countless problems to make them spend so long in prayer. The next day I found them praying along again. It made me wonder what they did in the last 24 hours, where they people committed many sins in 24 hours, so they would need to spend a long time again in prayer. I thought I should be happy to God because I have only one problem while they have many problems. Really, it made me feel compassion for them. I wished to support them. So after finishing my prayer, I began to pray for them eventually. My prayer time was getting longer and longer. On the 14th day, I finished my morning prayer and opened my eyes to them. And God accept me. Wow, did my prayer clear up all their problems and let them go home early? He questioned himself. When I returned home, I realized that the water was flowing down from my eyes, and I could not understand the reason. On that day, all my sincere desire to smoke had disappeared from release from my smoking habit. From that day, the one who talked to me in a small voice had led me in my everyday journey, pouring down his many good things upon me. Now he had even made me a U.S. Army chaplain and let me serve to his people. His people, I call that mysterious one of my Lord King David prayed, keep me safe, my God, for in you I take refuge. I say to the Lord, you are my Lord, apart from you I have no good thing. Psalm 16-1 through 2. I have seen his prayer coming true in my life. What about you? Question, is there any issue, concern you cannot handle? Do you need real help? If so, would you like to consider the mysterious one whom I met and come to him? According to my experience, I'll tell you that you will get real help from him, plus many good things. I hope for you that God may richly bless you. In Jesus' name, O Lord. Amen. Carrying on. Fort, Fort Knox High School students received 5,000 Knox Hill scholarships. From Left, Knox Hill Project Director Phil Bravo presented the 5,000 Blue Star Scholarship to Fort Knox High School seniors George Rodriguez, Cherise Oliveras, Alex Mios, and Elisa Moser during the 2015 Fort Knox High School Senior Award Night Ceremony. God bless y'all. Knox Hills Project Director Phil Ryder presented 4 Fort Knox High School seniors with college scholarships sponsored by the Lynn Lease U.S. Community Fund during the Fort Knox High School Award Ceremony, May 12th. And see that Phil Ryder there. God bless y'all. Department of Defense identifies remains from Korean War. Army Corporal. The Department of Defense POW MIA County, being a strong supporter of the POW flag, there's one right on my front porch, and every other flag known to mankind. The remains of a U.S. soldier missing from the Korean War having been identified and will be returned to his family for burial with full military honors. Corporal Francis Noble of La Crosse, Wisconsin, will be buried today in Arlington National Cemetery in December 1950. Noble was a member of the headquarters of Company 3rd Battalion, 31st Infantry Regiment, 7th Infantry Division, operating along the eastern side of Chosin Reservoir, North Korea. On December 12, 1950, following the battle, Noble was one of many men reported missing in action. From August 31st to November 9, 1954, the United Nations and Communists are exchanged war dead and commonly known as Operation Glory. As a part of the exchange, communist forces turned over 25 boxes of remains that were believed to be American servicemen who were recovered near where Noble was lost. The remains were transferred to the U.S. Army and Central Identification Unit in Kokura, Japan, for analysis. That's another future reference in case y'all don't know where to send some kind of remain to be identified. Nearest there, for analysis, for the 25 boxes transferred, the CIU-17 servicemen were identified. One box was believed to contain a Korean national, and the last 7 boxes of the remains could not be identified. When all attempts to associate and identify remains of American servicemen were unsuccessful, a military review board declared the remains to be identifiable. Remains were transferred to the National Memorial Cemetery at Pacific, commonly known as Punchbowl. In 2014, with advances in technology, the Department of Defense re-examined records from the CIA, including it was possible to identify the remains. The remains were exhumed and analyzed. To identify novel remains, scientists from DoD and the Armed Forces DNA Identification Laboratory, another place to check on, circumstantial evidence, radiographs, and dental comparison. Today, 7,852 Americans remain unaccounted for from Korean War. Using modern technology, identifications continue to be made for Marines that were previously turned over by North Korean officials or recovered from North Korea by American recovery teams. As you know, people on both sides are trying vainly hard to find loved ones. God be with North Korea and South Korea, especially ambassadors, people who try vainly hard to bring home loved ones, no matter how far in the ground they are or in pieces. Sooner or later, we all come home one way or another. God bless you and those who make the right choices in making that happen, especially prisoners of war. An ancient war of history that one day will help a fence come down long overdue from that war. And a lot of hurt and a lot of bloodshed that was shed during Vietnam. God bless you. After all, Ronald Reagan and the Berlin Wall can't have all the fun. And so will be an end to landmines for future kids everywhere, especially farming kids. That's not something they need for a college reward. It would be Queen Diane's greatest wish. God bless her, keeping her legacy going and everyone else. Everybody turned over by North Korean officials. Peace is better than the other word. After all, the other word, war, does not pay here on this planet. It goes in line with ignorance. Ignorance is bliss. It pays to think of the bright side of things. Stay educated. God bless. Telling it like it is every time. Things that are going on around you. See here. RSL holding baccalaureate May 20th at Fort Knox High School. Seniors and their families are invited to Fort Knox High School baccalaureate May 28th at 4:30 p.m. at Pritchard Chapel. Pritchard Place Chapel. For additional information, contact the Religious Support Office at 502-624-5255. The RHCH offers school sports physical. Now is the best time of the year to obtain your child's sports physical that is required by Kentucky schools in order to play sports of any kind. A lot of you new parents didn't know that, huh? School physicals are required for kindergarten, school entry, and 6th grade only. Any child that are new to the state will also be required to have a physical exam. Please bring all required forms and immunization records, hence the new measles, new flu vaccination is a month on that shot record. Don't forget that part. When enrolling any kid in any school, that goes for most states, especially in Washington. Helps keep the kid next to them safe. It helps keep the kid behind them safe. Especially when your kid got a cold from someone's kid and didn't ask for it. Much better this way. Having immunization record from their doctor, signing saying had measles, had vaccination for it, etc., etc. The faster they have this up to date, the better your kid is in being enrolled into school. Most states require mandatory. Especially whooping cough vaccination comes in handy. That way you don't pass it on from yourself to your newborn. Not a good idea. Get that vaccination, you'll be alright. Well, somebody's been in the medical field for a very long time. From a family of nurses here, being an officer's son. RV campers restricted from parking and housing. Residents may not require oversized vehicles. And for more information on family members and retired family members that are prime beneficiaries, call Central Appointments at 1-800-493-9602 to schedule an appointment. or pediatric 502-624 on that immunization part 045399 or extension 9908. Request the provider sign sports physical form. Beat the beginning of the school rush. Please call and schedule your child an appointment today. Open to all active duty family members and retirees. RV campus restricted from parking and housing. Reading on residents may not park oversized vehicles and equipment in housing areas. These vehicles include recreational vehicles, trailers, campers, and boats, including jet skis, motor cross bikes. The exception to this policy is an RV that has parked at the house unit for no more than 3 hours for loading or unloading. In case of emergency, with the written permission from Fort Knox Hill and Provost Marshal Office, parking in common parking lots will be on first-come, first-served basis, and vehicles cannot be parked longer than 24 consecutive hours. It is imperative that oversized vehicles are parked in their designated locations, if applicable. For example, garages, driveways, carports, vehicles parked on the streets. Many pose a hazard for children, pets, and other vehicles and emergency vehicles. In neighborhoods where only stress parking is available, parking spaces are available on first-come, first-served basis. Community parking is the Fort Knox Hills residents and their guests only. Additionally, no parking is allowed in the following areas: in a location that interferes with residents' mailbox accesses, in a location that interferes with the residents' drive, their assigned driveway or carport within 15 feet of a fire hydrant, or location on a red curb sidewalks, lawns, grassy areas. In front of through recycling containers located pickup areas, parking against flow of traffic or no parking signs opposed on post recycling locations. Most recycling locations is mostly near the BX, near the clothing and sales right across from it. Can't miss it right there in the parking lot. Fort Knox employees, community members are responsible for recycling. Every bit helps keeping Mother Earth going. Got enough BP and stuff floating around, plastic cans in the ocean. Don't need that for future kids swimming in them. Y'all pray for that California oil spill. That wasn't humorous. That was a 300 million old reef that just went in the trash can. We need to do better than that for the future of all children. Instead of scrubbing birds feature. One day, 20 years from now, if the way things keep going up next, Alaska too, right? Is that how the fishing industry is going to go in the toilet? I suggest we come up with better policies where people don't just sit there waiting to repair a pipe years later. That should have been fixed months ago. Heck, a concrete barrier would have done some justice. That's on behalf of all them fishermen out there who are wondering why a tuna fish is black in color. Shrimp boats, the work. Did I mention whale warship captains? Them too. They're coming sooner or later. They'll catch up to you, trust me. Greenpeace ain't gonna have the only fun, okay? Care Bear gets around real fast, okay? You all who hold them in charge of them oil rigs need to think a little harder here. If there's something not being fixed, you best swim ashore, get your hind parts on the gosh darn beach, and start asking for help. Coast Guard, heck. If you ain't 3 tons, you're not getting in. I don't care if you're a barge. The ocean's been there longer since the dinosaurs. Who the heck you think you people are? You all need to think. Sitting there giving people around there who've been there longer than generations of generations promises, right? Yeah. I bet a whole dang warehouse of coffee to the nearest president in charge who knows full well sooner or later those people are going to ask for a $200 million discount. Is that how it goes 20 years from now? That does not cover a 300 million year old reef, sir. Wait till that catches up in Congress. Good luck with that 20 years from now, BP. That's on behalf of all those families out there in the Gulf of Mexico wondering if that ocean will ever turn brown. Obviously, the Exxon Valdez oil spill didn't cut it, did it? We didn't think of that one yet. Oh wait, it's still spilling down there. Maybe y'all should plan something like, I don't know, gravel or something and fry it to death, and that way it'll stop leaking, huh? Meanwhile, we'll be scrubbing some birds, picturing what it'd be like 20 years from now. That'd be a child covered in black oil, swimming in it. At the rate we're going on this planet, golly, I'd hate to think there was life outside. E.T. phone home, looking at our planet. Look, them human beings, they can't even keep it together. Look what they did to a darn rig that's older than them. Y'all getting the freaking hint yet? Oil rig, construction CEO, gallons of barrels in Texas. Howdy, partners. I support y'all folks down there too, but there's a difference between right and wrong when that thing is ka-chunky and it's spilling oil everywhere into that nice farmer's field. You ever seen Aaron Brockovich? You might want to take note. Julia Roberts played that character real well. What happens to a whole town because you all look the other way? I couldn't have said it better. On behalf of all them farmers down there I care about. Trust me, some trucker gonna catch up with you too. Not just yoga instructors on the beach who used to see blue ocean. That's not including touring managers. Need I say more? Effie. You seen The Godfather? Like you have a choice. Now, when I'm sleeping, hold that thought. Who do you think I'm going to be answering to when I sleep? Sure as hell ain't God. It's somebody standing right next to me, your parents, your relatives, your ancestors, them too. Then God. Y'all better wake the heck up. That ocean right there, destroying someone's fishing industry ain't humorous. Neither is trying to find a barrel that belongs to, I don't know, over to tsunami mess that needs to be cleaned up. You have a metal detector? Make it fine chemical detector. Fine barrel, yes? Remove. Doesn't belong in the ocean. Pesticide, not a good idea. Find it fast. Get it out of the ocean, much better. No dumping. Stop dumping refrigerators in the ocean. They don't belong down there. I don't care if it's a half a kettle of ribs. Read up on this stuff for crying out loud. Since you were kids, it's not a good idea. It's poison. Don't do it. Italians, we understand English very well. Communication, yes, including in Saudi Arabia. Don't do it. Think about the future of your children here. Is that what you want out there? Black oil for swimming? Not a good idea. Not even radiation. Recycle them submarines. Get them out of the gosh darn water. And it takes time. It takes time for a lot of things. Which would you rather have? Radioactive children or healthy children? You think it over. You see why I make a great world ambassador? I speak for all leaders. Karate chop. Not even 5 seconds after coffee. Trust me, the Armageddon movie, the beginning scene, you know how much money I pay for you people? That part. Think about that when you slack off on the next oil pipeline and it's a rusted pipe and it's spraying everywhere. Think about those birds who look at you while you're trying to scrub them off with Dawn soap. Thank God they donate to wildlife restoration. Even I buy them things just to help Greenpeace out. And everybody else that helps with marine life. You don't just watch it on movies like Star Trek. See the point here. You thought you all organizations were alone. You might want to rethink that picture. Who do you think I answer to up there? Not just being psychic. You all must think I enjoy coming down, crispy critter, answering for all of you out there, huh? Don't think too hard on that one. Just because you're on a boat doesn't mean that my prayers aren't with you. Y'all better stay warm. Especially well wars, Captain. God. Y'all drop by sometime. Great organizations that don't like the idea of having to clean up a child one day covered in black oil because someone got careless and should have put on that report in person months ago. That would have saved a whole frickin' mess. Top Gun instructor couldn't have said it better. After coffee. Near the USS Nimitz fleet. My bad, they're next in line too. Don't worry. Someone on that ship knows exactly where Care Bear is coming from because he's sitting out there with a fishing line. Oh wait, it's not tuna fish no more, it's oil. Picturing on his nice little DVR what it used to be like, blue in color, huh? Like the rest of the condos on that nice little beach. That's not including the travel tourism you just threw in the trash because you decided company-wise to look the other way. I can say things that presidents can't say on my channel. You think Howard Stern won't hold back? Wait till you meet up with Bill O'Reilly or Anderson Cooper. They'll help you with a few pointers. I don't do it for ratings. I do it because I care about all you. And I'm not going to hesitate to put some lightning up your rear when you're in the wrong area of thinking, okay? Because that's the first thing that guy up there is saying, gee whiz, look, we got a whole Bible here. It don't take a genius to figure out what they just did in my ocean. Gosh darn. Where do we start off? Obviously, dinosaur here wasn't good enough. Let's see what we'll take out next. Alaska, right? That would nicely help everybody in the fishing world, huh? They would just love you if a tanker sank down there and you can't get it out of the water. Because you got stupid and didn't follow directions. Stay away from Alaska icebergs. Seen Titanic? Take notes. You want to go sinking? Don't go that way. I don't care if it's melting. 10 years from now, you think about your children, you'll do the same route 20 years old. Same route before. Check your barges. If that barge is leaking, no wonder your river in that town looks like that. Think about that real hard. Obviously, it's coming from my barge. Maybe I should pull it out of the water and look at it. Put some water in there. If it's leaking on concrete, what does that tell you for a captain? Obviously, the barge needs repairs. No matter how small it is, 2 putt size, heck, a darn pee hole. Get it fixed. Much better for you, much better for your future children, much better for the ocean of our planet. Think about those people living on the ocean beach, front line. You just threw away their vacation in the trash can. Do they look happy to you? Looking at a bunch of black ocean instead of blue. Those families want to hug this guy right here. Do you know why? Because I won't hesitate to speak on their behalf. Pitter-patters, all you bachelorettes over there, I know exactly what you're thinking. Gosh darn, it's only 5 a.m. in the morning. Oh wait, I'm about to do some yoga out on the beach. Wait, that used to be blue ocean, right? It's going to stay that way for the next 10 years, thanks to some inconsiderate pipe construction engineering of lacking fixed reports of paperwork, red tape BS. Now you know what kind of mood someone on a U.S. aircraft is feeling right now. That's not including Greenpeace and everybody else waiting to chew you out when they catch up with you, okay? This is not humorous looking at an animal who God created. Now you have to clean off with black oil. Do you think they're smiling to you? They look at you, why did you do that? Kind of expression on their face. They were here first. Remember that next time you get careless on some oil rig and don't know what the hell emergency shutoff switch looks like with a screwdriver. God forbid if you go down there drunk and the locks are still on that pipe. I know more than most presidents. What do you think happened down there in the BP rig? Few pointers here. Someone panicked and messed up that whole oil pipeline. Well, maybe we have to shut off 2 rigs just to balance that one out. Temporarily, that would stop that freaking dripping that's still coming out of there, huh? Big blobs of stuff that's flowing all the way down to Mexico. You think they're happy with that mess? Think about those kids down there swimming in it. My bad, few ponytail. No wonder FBI and everybody else watches my channel. Speaking of, that's from a real dad who has a 7-year-old son to think about in his future, and every other kid here, especially those without parents, mind you. Wait till it reaches Seattle, then y'all can start really complaining. Okay, wind pattern, storms. Obviously, the Gulf of Mexico and the Exxon Valdez spill wasn't good enough here. Oh wait, how old is the Exxon Valdez spill history? Darn, I just had to throw that one in there for free. My bad. Golly. Think about all those kids out there. Yeah, you think about that the next time y'all get carrots in charge of them oil rigs, okay, and those oil places and those gas stations. Think it over. Where do you want that stuff to end up? It better end up in the right place. Recycled, not in some dang ocean. Because those people out there who've been there 50 plus years, you just threw their travel industry in the trash can. I speak on their behalf. They speak Japanese very well. I have some with swords that guard me day and night, not far away. Last summer, I can't have all the fun. Chinese, Korean, you name it, they understand English very well. If gets very pissed off, it's not a good idea. Think it over next time. James Bond can't have all the fun. Wait till it ends up in their side. You don't think it's gonna follow its way around the whole planet? Where do you think a plastic bottle goes? You seen Plastic Island in the Guinness Book of Records? Ripley's Think It or Not show. Don't think too hard. They're still seeing the residue of remnants of our mistakes. That's why I said, don't go through Alaska. Y'all don't know your way around a barn without technology. If you went through there without technology, you will sink like the Titanic, okay? 3 tons of oil, 300 million tons of oil in the Alaska Ocean is not a good idea. That would take out everything. Don't do it. You stay a course that you're used to, comfortable with, not looking for something underwater that looks small, but it's not small. It's the size of your country where you're from. Don't think too hard when technology fails, yeah? Don't forget your compass at home either. Meanwhile, squared away friend captain on the boat knows me very well. He would trade 300 of his oil tankers for 1 of me. How do you like them apples? He knows where I'm coming from. You see the meaning of this? Obviously leads by example care for everybody, including children. Someone worth being a friend to, someone who I can play chess with and drive a big 3-ton tanker at the same time. 3-hole steel, 3 football field long tanker. Looking at this mess. Gosh darn. God bless y'all for driving them big ships. Just don't come here without double hull. If you don't have a double hull, you better start buying one. Because it's getting stricter, trust me. We don't appreciate oil mess in our freaking ocean. I'm speaking on behalf of all those families right there on California's side who get to look at black oil for the next 10 plus years for their future kids. Do you think they're smiling right now? They're trying to hold back tears. Because now they have to rewind some taste of the good old days of swimming in the ocean that used to be blue. Thanks to some careless, inconsiderate BS. Y'all can pull out your ears, kid. Daddy's done yelling at some people because I'm not the only one coming. Wait till some truckers catch up with you who drive that route. 66. God darn. They got some Care Bear message to help you all folks out real well. Titled Think Next Time. Because the future of all children depend upon it. My bad. Much love right here at home. And Elizabeth Down, darlings, y'all stop by. I feel for you. Keep using that Dawn so clean them birds and them nice whales who are sitting there laying on the beach wondering what the hell happened. What'd y'all do to us? We were here first. Don't think too hard. Next time that'll be a child you're scrubbing all 20 years from now. Yay! More dog soap because Baldy spill didn't work, huh? Think it over next time for the future of all those kids. They don't deserve to be swimming in black crap. Not to mention those birds. Y'all think that's humorous? Wait till you're scrubbing one off. God bless them zookeepers, marine biologists. Who knows P.H. Lawrence, D.H. Lawrence? The ocean is cold, but contains the warmest blood of all. You don't just learn that in Star Trek. Much love right here at home. Y'all watch your help from a real chief who tells it like it is.